but anything you like within the realm that we speak of is just really dumb when you think about it.
Hey, good choice, kids. You're gonna love it.
Welcome back to another installment of Media Encyclopedia. We're a little bit late on this one because someone was too busy this weekend.
I wonder who.
It was actually both of us. We had a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah, I'm pretty popular.
That's not true.
Yeah, I know.
So this episode, we're gonna be talking about Call of Duty World War II and Thor Ragnarok, which literally just released today. So it's kind of a blessing that we get to record so late because or else we wouldn't have talked about this.
That was my strategy, We didn't have enough to talk about, so.
Absolutely, I understand. That was not your strategy. Also, what I want to address from last week, by the way, the episode was really long. I didn't realize it was going to be that long until I finished editing. People love it. 40 views. PewDiePie, here we come. We're gonna be the next. We're gonna be characters in YouTubers' life. You ever heard of that? We're gonna be in that.
Yeah.
They're gonna buy our mansions.
Yes, obviously. Take his views.
Another thing I wanted to address from the previous episode, to say after re-listening to it a few times, editing, you have to re-listen to it. We're not saying that taking creative liberties is a terrible thing. It kind of came off that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Because we were saying like what we were talking about with Death Note and Ghost in the Shell was how these things didn't line up with the original source material, and therefore we were upset about it. Creative liberties is that's true. You weren't saying that. It was all me.
Yeah, come on.
It was a little bit of you.
What?
A little bit. Creative liberties, it can be a great thing. It can also be a terrible thing. We're just probably less creative. Probably, what do you think the ratio should be on that? Creative liberty to source material.
Creative liberty to source material. 50,
what do you think?
50.
Like a really? Wow.
Wait, is that bad?
No.
Kidding.
I was gonna go more of like 80-20.
80 being creative?
Yeah, no. 80 being source material.
It's hard to put a percentage to it.
That's true. It's always hard to put a percentage to...
you could follow the entire story from the original, and then the ending could be totally different. Or you can throw in some new idea and all that when you go 20 or 50.
That's true. I get your point on that.
Change it enough so it's fresh.
Absolutely. Change to where you can't like the new. You ever heard of the anime Akira?
Yeah.
Jordan Peele is going to be directing that, the remake.
I know the Key and Peele, but did he direct Get Out too?
He did. Yes, he's the writer and director of that.
I heard it's a good movie.
I heard it's good too. We should go watch it and review it.
Yes, I know other people who wouldn't be fond of watching horror movie.
It's not really a horror movie. It's like a suspense thriller, racial movie.
It's a weaker horror movie.
And cool thing about that movie is that after the success of it, Jordan Peele said that he would like to make like 6 more movies to deal with social demons, quote unquote. So that'd be really cool to see. Yeah, it's almost like it has a very Black Mirror feel, and not just because the main character is from Black Mirror, but
Have you seen it?
Get Out? No, I've only seen a lot of trailers of it.
Okay.
But it does feel like a Black Mirror episode almost. Okay. Just without the technology. Okay, so let's dive right in. Okay. We are going to talk about, I think I already said this, but I'll say it again. Call of Duty World War II. Now that things have kind of shaken out. And, what was the other one? Oh, Thor Ragnarok.
Yes.
So which one do you want to tackle first?
Thor.
Yeah?
Yes.
You pumped?
Yes.
Dude, the internet fandom is going insane right now over that trailer. Tell us why.
Because Thor cut his hair.
He
obviously.
did. That's the only reason why people want to see this movie.
Yes. That one guy from Independence Day is there.
Jeff Goldblum.
Yes.
Yeah. The thing that was different about this trailer from the other Thor movies, did you notice the kind of 80s Arcadia theme that was kind of playing?
Yeah. Like a more.
It was very much resembled Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how I felt about that.
The color palette. The
Yeah,
colors
exactly.
they choose.
Yeah. How do you feel about that though?
I mean, if it's good, great. If the movie sucks, I don't know.
Well, an issue with the previous Thor movies was that it took itself too seriously compared to the rest of the MCU. Like Civil War, source material wise, it was very serious and dark and depressing, right? But I mean, Civil War wasn't that depressing or wasn't really dark at all. Even like the big fight that everyone, or that the whole movie was kind of based around, was pretty light.
Yeah. I don't know. It can go either way. Asgard's in danger and all that.
It is only the teaser trailer.
Yeah.
So we still. Do you know something funny about that movie, Ragnarok?
I mean, have you seen the movie?
No, this is just about casting. Kate Blanchett. Kate Blanchett or Kate Blanchett?
Blanket. I don't know.
Kate Blanchett. She took the role of Hela, Enchantress.
Yeah.
Only because her kids are huge Marvel fans, and one of her sons. What's his name? It's really bizarre. A lot of Hollywood big types name their kids really weird names.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I can't remember. Ignatius. That's her son's name.
Yeah.
He gets a cameo in the movie, which is kind of cool.
I have a question. On the recording thing, when I get close and speak louder, I don't see a lot of blue lines. You know what I mean?
Because you're asking this right now?
Fine. You know what I paralleled? Hela catching the hammer.
Would you parallel what? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Hela catching the
the hammer? Yeah.
I immediately
wait a minute. What? If you haven't seen the trailer, go watch it before you listen to this.
Oh.
And then come back and if you want to. I mean,
you
already have your view count, so it doesn't matter.
Immediately paralleled it to, on the second time, was Bucky catching Cap Shield.
Oh yeah, it is kind of the same thing because it's supposed to be like something that only the very powerful can wield. Man in mythology, but yeah, it's kind of the same thing. Hopefully, this movie's as good as Winter Soldier. Maybe not in the same respect, but still, maybe it's as good because it definitely has a different feel.
I thought the hammer was unbreakable.
Well, apparently not because it just got destroyed.
At least from my Instagram sources.
It was
just people.
DC Marvel facts.
Totally unprofessional. That too.
Yeah.
You see like something out of place, like a typo.
Yeah, sure.
For them. But
person searches Thor PNG and they find it right there, or JPEG, and it's like, oh, I'll use that as the background of my text.
Yeah, you're right.
By the way, I just thought of an idea. We should definitely get a Instagram account going for our podcast. I don't know what we would post, but let's do it.
We're teenagers. We don't go anywhere.
You just post back in the room again editing.
Yeah, like Comic-Con or PAX East or something.
Like we'll ever get there. I hope that's a dream though. I should make I want to make a bucket list of if this thing gets popular of what we can do, and like one of them I want to go to VidCon.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. PAX would be cool. I don't know. I guess we're focused on video games too, so that's okay.
I had a question. This is totally off topic.
It's okay.
But you know the creator for Minecraft, Notch, right?
Yeah.
When he sold Minecraft, how was ownership, how did that happen? Did he have complete ownership or because he
sold to Microsoft?
Yeah. Because he got a large chunk
I don't know if he had complete ownership, but he definitely was labeled as creator.
Yeah, did he how much did they I should research this, but he got paid a lot of money
for Microsoft? From Microsoft?
Yeah, for Minecraft.
Oh, he got paid a lot. Let me actually look that up. That's a good question. Notch payday.
Because you said VidCon, and then I was watching a video on how awkward Notch and his creative team were answering questions. like just weird kids asking dumb questions, and then
Yeah, you always get those weird videos from Minecon
mhm.
of kids asking like the stupidest questions.
It's just flat out awkward.
There's one of a kid asking. We should also go to Minecon. That'd be a treat to go there.
Okay.
Um, there's one kid asking like, so there's the panel of all the creators of Minecraft,
Mm-hmm.
and there's one 11-year-old wearing a creeper shirt, of course,
Yeah.
where he's asking about his parents' divorce. It's so embarrassing. It's just so awkward. It's just.
I
Or
understand.
there's like some where he's asking also about like not the same kid, but he's asking about 2.5 billion.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. Anyway,
I mean, for a game,
he's
that's
asking about
insane.
how he can make friends and stuff like that.
Yeah. Two
It's
point
just
five
embarrassing.
for a game. That's insane.
Yeah. For just a dumb idea.
That's not dumb.
It's kind of. I mean, okay. I hate to point this out to everybody here listening, all 40 viewers, but anything you like within the realm that we speak of is just really dumb. When you think about it.
What? So Thor's dumb?
I mean, in retrospect, yeah, he's dumb. It's a dumb idea. It's a comic book character. It's bizarre. It's not
Yeah,
bizarre, but I mean, yes, it is.
kidding. It's kind of. This is a
I mean,
hobby.
I love it. It's fun.
This is a hobby.
It's great. 7 out of 10.
Were you rating Minecraft?
Yes, I was.
Okay.
Okay, back to the we got really off. We got hold on. We got really off topic there.
Yeah, I know. I told you it would be.
Let's get back to it.
Okay,
Thor Ragnarok.
I have a question. The lady with the white stripes, she looks like a significant part. I'm congested.
She probably is. Yeah. It's okay.
Do you know the character? From the
No.
comics?
I do not. That's a good question.
We should be more professional about this.
She's probably. By the way, where's Natalie Portman? Where's she?
Her deal went up.
Expired.
Yeah. I would play out the character, finish it, have Thor babies, and then leave.
And then leave.
Mm-hmm.
Her name's Valkyrie.
Oh.
Odin's back. Thor's in there. By the way, Thor looked so awesome with his gladiator suit.
Mm. Yeah, the helmet. I was like, that looks weird, and then he flipped it down.
Oh yeah, I was like, why is like the thing pointed downward, and then he just flipped it around. It was really cool. Thor's reaction when he saw Hulk was like the best.
Yeah.
He's like, yes, I know him from work. That was really cool. Loki's in it.
Odin is supposedly on Earth.
Oh really? I didn't know that.
I think
Stephen Strange is going to show up. Probably around the third act.
Mm-hmm. Loki looks a lot better.
Loki always gets better each movie.
Yeah.
It's just a good character, I think. Especially Tom Hiddleston's a great actor to portray.
They did a lot of cool things with him, but just not spectacular movies.
Yeah.
It's kind of...
It's too grand for what it is. The plot line.
Are you talking
that was
about...
another... the previous movies. The previous Thor movies.
Okay, I was gonna say his arc as a character is kind of...
Loki's or Thor's?
Loki's.
Okay.
Could have been so much greater if he died in Thor 2.
How? I mean, he's got to be in Infinity Wars.
I know he's a big part, but if Thor happened after or something, do you remember what he said when he was when he got stabbed?
When he got stabbed? Who got stabbed?
In Thor 2, Loki.
I don't remember that movie.
He said something like he had an internal resolve and then he ended up sacrificing himself, and he was like, this is after his mother died. She was killed by Malekith, and
that's right.
Yeah. He said something like, "I didn't do it for you" or something, like he did it for Asgard or something.
Oh, right, I remember that scene now.
Yeah, something like that, but with more details, I can make more of an effort for this argument. But he kind of sacrificed himself as No, this is going the wrong way. He had a nice arc of taking over Earth, right? Not taking over, having the battle, then being in
Trying at
prison.
least, yeah.
Yes, and then when his world and his mother is attacked, all of that resentment is kind of towards his parents or his father is pushed aside in Thor in a way, and then he makes the ultimate sacrifice for the greater
Right.
good of his and for his mother and her, her
Yeah,
world.
that was a sad moment.
Yeah, and
She died.
it would have been really nice, Loki was actually a pretty good guy, and then again, I don't know if that happened the way, it depends on what he said before he died, but now he's back, better than
Right.
ever.
And Hela's gonna die.
She is.
I mean, okay. One thing you count on Marvel movies is the main character is not going to die,
hmm I
and
feel.
the
Hey, I
villain
have.
will,
I have a
or be put in
speculation.
jail.
I have a speculation. Cap is going to die in the final,
Well, by the time that comes, there's not gonna be any more movies, so probably that's
they're
when
definitely gonna
by Infinity
expand.
Wars Part 2,
Marvel
you'll
won't
know.
finish after that.
Then they can just kill off whoever they want because that's the end of it.
I feel like Cap is going to, for like a jab for everyone saying, "Oh, your characters never die."
Right?
They take
Yeah.
away the biggest one, but I feel like Marvel's not gonna end after Infinity War Part 2.
Well, Infinity War Part 2 might even be delayed
Mm,
because you know why, right?
yeah,
Why?
because well, first when the Russo they announced Infinity
No, no,
War.
no. It has nothing to do with them. It's the there may be a riot, not riot. There may be a strike of the Writers Guild.
What do you mean?
Oh, you haven't heard about this yet?
No.
So there's the Writers Guild is a union for writers, so they get equal pay. They don't basically they get the money that is. My mind's freezing on this. They get the right amount of pay for their job,
Mm-hmm.
like a union usually does. It
Mm-hmm.
protects its workers. And since the evolution of media since the last time the contract was renewed with Hollywood,
Mm-hmm.
um, they're demanding different things, and they're it's mainly about pension and I can't remember the other thing, but it has a big portion to do with pension.
Oh.
And there's being a contract. They're in the talks right now, but I guess things aren't looking good. Don't quote me on that, but
I think two things. I don't think it would be a good idea for Marvel to drop their two writers, McFeely and something. Two writers from.
is his last name really McFeely? That's
uh,
unfortunate.
no, you know what I mean. It wouldn't be a good idea to drop their writers
No, of course not.
from Civil War, because they even worked with the directors and uh, plus they make a ton of money. I don't think they can meet whatever
Yeah, but
demand.
it's mainly about TV show writers. It's
Oh,
kind of where the Writers Guild really lies. Well, not like lies, but like that's where it is. Not like it doesn't tell lies. Um, because TV shows now, before last time was renewed, which was 2008, 2007, I think.
yeah. Stephen or Stephen McFeely and Christopher Marcus.
Okay, so um, did you just look them up right now?
Yeah.
Look up what other stuff they've done. Like, have they written for TV at all? But since TV has changed in the past almost a decade,
Marcus has done Pain and Gain, The Chronicles of Narnia, and The Life and Death of Peter Sellers.
I don't know the last one, but the last two were pretty solid movies.
Narnia and Pain and Gain.
Narnia was kind of meh, but Pain and Gain I heard was really good. I saw parts of it.
And the
Yeah.
same for Stephen or Stephen. Guess they're buddies or they're gay.
Oh. Okay. Anyway, moving from that. So they kind of have that's interesting. They have the 2-star directors and they got the 2-star writers.
Yeah.
Fascinating. I totally lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so since TV has changed in the past almost decade, like shows back then had a normal episode or season run of 24 episodes, I believe, and now it's kind of changing because name a TV show.
Game of Thrones.
How many episodes are there to a season?
I don't know, but each episode is like 60 minutes, and it's long. Simpsons. Walking Dead.
See, Walking Dead. That's the one I know. I mean, I know Game of Thrones. I just don't know the episode count. It's like 10 to 12 a season for Walking Dead. 10 to 12 episodes. And so back then, now they're getting paid half the amount of money.
That's dumb.
When they're working just as hard, because the episodes are longer now. Episodes like rough out to like maybe 55 minutes, when episodes back then were more like 42 to 22. But now it's like 55 minutes is kind of what I've seen recently.
Game of Thrones has 10 episodes per season.
Okay, see, there you go.
And they have 6 seasons.
Oh, this is going to be the last season, isn't it? Season 7.
Is it?
I think so.
Yay. Just kidding. Yay. A lot of people like it.
Well, he'll finally give me time to catch up on the show.
Me?
Now it's over. No, me.
Oh, how many? Okay, because
I've read the books. I just haven't seen the show yet. Books are amazing.
Isn't each episode 60 minutes?
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
No, unless, because I've been through Arrow, unless this is out like amazing, then I'm not sticking.
I've heard Game of Thrones is amazing.
Yeah.
It's one of the greatest shows on television. Well, actually, that's Walking Dead, isn't it? Why is Walking Dead considered? Never mind. We'll get into that later.
The only thing I stick with is Top Gear / The Grand Tour, not Top Gear anymore. Top Gear had like 20-something seasons.
I only watched the American Top Gear, which only had like 3 seasons.
That sucked. Watch the Grand Tour. Better.
Hey, Top Gear American version wasn't so bad. It was kind of cool.
No, it's much better than the English version.
Okay, I'll check that out then. We're just
going off the top of our heads. We
really are. Boy, hopefully next one's more structured. Unless this one does better than next one, and every episode's gonna be like this.
Never again.
Yeah. Who cares? Never again. But 40 views in like a week? That's not bad.
That's not bad for first video.
Apparently, I was talking to somebody about that because they also have a YouTube channel, and they get around 20 to 30 views a video. And we both uploaded a video at the exact same time. Yeah. Our first podcast and his, I think, 8th or 9th Breath of the Wild Let's Play. And our view count was a lot higher than his, even though we uploaded literally like the exact same time. Wow. And he was like, "Well, that makes sense. People are searching for podcasts all the time on YouTube." Dude, and I didn't know that. I had no idea.
We need to bust this out. Really?
Yeah, that's true. I had no idea people were really searching for podcasts on YouTube.
Yeah. Okay, so next thing, how's Persona 5?
Oh, actually, yes. So
wait, did we cover everything in Ragnarok?
Let's go back to Ragnarok. Then we'll talk about games we're playing now.
Okay.
Persona 5. That's very topical right now too. Actually, that's not a joke. That's real. It's very topical right now.
So, what world do you think Thor lands on? A new world when he's captured in that net? Okay.
Thor. Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
What's Thor?
Sorry. Okay. So from Planet Hulk, which is what they're kind of mashing Ragnarok and Planet Hulk story arcs together. Yeah. Which it looks pretty cool. So
so far.
With Planet Hulk, I know the world that he landed on.
Sakaar.
Yeah, that was where, because Fantastic Four, they got their powers from other beings in other galaxies. They aren't the first persons. He's like Mr. Fantastic isn't the only person to ever stretch his arm that far. Because there's a society or like a species way out there that has that ability, and he just took it from them or took a part of it from them. Same thing with each of the Fantastic Four. And you remember Sakaar had a lot of those rock people that were of the Thing. So they probably won't do that, obviously for copyright reasons, because they don't own Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm.
20th Century Fox does. So they might still call it Sakaar,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not definitely going to be a different Sakaar from what we've seen in the source material.
Have you seen there was this one joke that put it into perspective? Like I thought, these companies had the rights and then they make bad movies and then the Fox and Sony are enemies. But then I saw this comic when it was like Marvel like on the ground and it's just Fox kicking them. And then they were like,
From how long ago was this?
no, it's like some recent, like maybe a
Oh,
couple
okay,
months ago. But the comic was like, I saved you from bankruptcy, and this is how you repay me, and it's just kicking Marvel in the head. And I was like, wow. So I guess it's because they had to sell off their, popular titles to
Yeah, I didn't know
to
that. I
save
didn't
themselves
until
from
recently.
bankruptcy. So I'm like, it's kind of, I know it's a business deal, but maybe if Marvel didn't do that, they wouldn't be here.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, that's been an issue with MCU for a little while. Like they're like, oh, let's make a movie about this guy since people really want it, and we have the resources to do it now. But they don't own the character anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know that until recently. I didn't find out that Marvel was going bankrupt, so they just started selling properties left and right.
Marvel would be like massive if they from the start had control of Fantastic Four and Spider-Man, just unstoppable.
I guess it was, yeah. The original Fantastic Four, not original, but the Chris Evans Fantastic Four
Mm-hmm.
was by 20th Century Fox, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I really like the latest cast for Fantastic Four.
You mean the boring version?
Hey, if it was,
It was really boring. I'm sorry. It was just so
I'm not saying the
boring.
movie is great. I like the actors, given
Yeah.
that the studio didn't interfere so much with them. I feel like it would have been better.
Kind of like a Deadpool scenario.
Yeah, but it's not completely on the actors. Guidance from
No, I don't blame everything on that. I'm just saying
directors.
the movie hindsight is always 2020. The movie was boring.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Did you think it was boring too?
Yeah. It moved
Okay.
very quickly. Act 1, Act 3. Let's get this over.
I always thought the fight scenes were just not interesting to watch at all.
Uh-huh.
Like especially the final one with the jokes weren't funny either, but the final one when they're in that other dimension
Mm-hmm.
and Doctor Doom, or at least their interpretation of Doctor Doom.
Hey, he was cool. He was kind of scary.
He was actually really cool. That whole fight scene just wasn't interesting to watch, at least for me.
Totally generic, bland. Was it big beam in the sky? Disaster.
Yeah.
One thing I learned from one video I watched? It was from a Dark Knight video from this other YouTuber. Really good. I recommend him, even though I don't know his name. But
oh man, that sucks for that guy. He's about to get some some followers.
But the idea of making the Dark Knight scenario so more suspenseful was that it could happen. The bombs could go off and two crates would...
Exactly. That's what I love about the Joker, because he's not... Sorry, I just kind of took it away from you. But he's not... he's not a supernatural being like Hela from Ragnarok.
Yeah,
this could actually happen.
But I wouldn't say this is, thanks to the Joker. This is thanks to the writers and, the story people created it. Because they created the story. It's not like Joker... We've seen Joker do some other things.
Like surround himself with knives in Suicide Squad.
Young Justice.
Scary.
He worked with other villains with Poison Ivy and some other, like a syndicate. And she had like these trees that would all around the world and he was controlling him. It's some dumb thing like that. I like the show. Recommend it. But I'm just saying having a condensed, scenario like that. The bombs could totally go off on the ships. And the world would still go on. If Avengers, they failed to stop the threat,
Oh, I see what you're saying. So, like, the fact that it's such a menial situation that happens, that's what makes it scary?
Yeah, like, Fantastic Four, this huge circle thing was, like, it was...
Same thing with Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets.
What?
it's like you are the only ones who can save the world. You have, what was it, 72 hours or something like that? That's not suspenseful.
Yeah. So when a big beam, Suicide Squad 2, Avengers, Fantastic Four, when there's a big beam in the sky taking up everything that could enslave/destroy the entire world, we know it's not going to happen. Dark Knight, those bombs on the ships could go off. Batman would still be there, Joker would still be there, life would go on, but you know what I mean? If it's totally world-ending, it's not suspenseful because we know it's not going to happen.
By the way, what's the mentality of that? I mean, if like the world's gonna end, and it's gonna be something like that quick, where like let's just pull one out of the hat. Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Uh-huh.
Let's say
oh yeah, that's a good example.
Ultron's plan was to rise a certain landmass up into the sky and make it explode, and they would spread all over the Earth and destroy everyone on it.
No, wasn't it just to drop like a huge asteroid? He wasn't planning.
Well, that's what it was. It was a landmass that he used.
But he wasn't gonna disperse it.
Yeah, it was gonna explode, and therefore it would spread like asteroids and hit Earth.
No, he was just gonna drop it whole. Because remember.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he even sped it up.
Oh yeah, I remember
on
now.
the way down.
That's right. Okay, so he did that, but it was going to destroy the Earth anyway.
Yeah. FYI, when
no one knew it was happening. Hold on, sorry. Let's get to this point before I forget it.
Okay.
After that was happened, no one knew it was happening while it was happening, except for the Avengers and people of
being evacuated,
whatever fake country they made up.
Sokovia,
that's right. And it was falling down. People were like, what is that? And then all life is over. With things like Dark Knight, you get to see this on the news of like 2 ferry boats exploded, domestic terrorist at large or whatever, right? And he gets captured. You know he's still alive and still happy he got away with that, which makes it even more creepy and suspenseful. That was my point. You can just move on from what you were saying.
When I first heard that Ultron, like some, when they released like the screenplay of the movie or something, like a couple days before, when I heard that.
Oh, is that a thing that they do?
I think, I don't know. Who knows? But when I heard he was gonna pick up a rock and then throw it back into the Earth, I thought that was the dumbest idea I've ever heard. Seriously, physically getting a huge chunk of land.
Yeah, I didn't know how that was gonna work either.
Yeah,
I felt like the idea of making it explode and dispersing it made more sense, which is what the Avengers were trying to do. To like destroy everybody. That makes more sense.
We keep going off from Thor.
I mean, it's still within the same realm. What we were talking about before was not in the same realm.
How did Hulk get to
finger? Do you remember how it happened from Planet Hulk, right?
Yeah, I watched the animated.
Yeah, exactly. It's not going to be the same situation.
Illuminati,
obviously.
Yeah.
Maybe he gets abducted. Illuminati. Maybe he gets abducted.
That was what they were called, right?
What?
The group of Iron Man, Black Bolt.
They were called Illuminati?
And Namor, and Fantastic Four guy, smart guy.
Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Reed Richards.
I'm pretty sure they were called the Illuminati. That could be totally wrong, but
maybe we should rewatch it and then come back to it before Ragnarok.
No, but it wasn't addressed in the animated.
Oh, then that's probably why I don't remember.
I'll look it up.
Okay.
I should use my phone because
now that we're around the 30-minute mark, you want to move on to video games? Let's just make our piece about Ragnarok and then move on.
Hope it's good. I don't know how they got armor on Hulk.
He seems more content. Like, you saw his face. Like, it feels like he recognized Thor. And obviously Thor was like, yes!
But still went out to beat his brains out.
Yeah. I was expecting when he was shouting, I know him from work, to just get punched in the face, like, right then.
Oh, yeah. Like, from the first Avengers.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, talk about Persona.
Okay. So, recently, a few games came out that caught my eye. One of them is the remaster of Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 on the PS4. I'm loving, by the way, having so much fun. I played through Kingdom Hearts a few times. I played through this is my 4th playthrough of it.
Of the latest game?
No, of Kingdom Hearts, the first one.
Yeah,
Kingdom Hearts 1.
they're called the Illuminati.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. So the allegiance of all these characters were called the Illuminati?
They named themselves. It was totally secret, just themselves. It consisted of Iron Man, Black Bolt, Doctor Strange, Mister
But
Fantastic.
these are actually the people. These are actually like Tony Stark, Stephen Strange,
Comic
T'Challa.
books, yes, they formed, and then
That sounds sinister.
yeah, I know they devised scenarios and
Right?
like the negative zone,
Yeah.
in Civil War.
Negative Zone.
That was like,
Is that not a thing from DC?
is it? Sorry, DC.
I thought that was
I'm
a thing from DC.
no, you know the other dimension where they keep like in the comics, Civil War.
Yes.
I
Oh, yes, yeah.
I read somewhere it was named 42 or something. Some like
I don't remember.
project whatever because it was like the like 42nd idea the Illuminati came up with for potential world threatening events. They created the idea of an alternate dimension to keep villains that would harm. Yeah, so
Oh,
it's
right. That was originally Reed Richards' idea.
yeah, so
I
it's
remember that. I remember that now.
Iron Man,
Why don't
Black.
they address this?
Let me go through
This
the
would be a really
characters.
cool. Sorry, this would be a really cool idea to put in the films. So Kevin Feige, if you're listening,
So it's Iron Man, Black Bolt, Doctor Strange, Mister Fantastic, Namor, um, Doctor Xavier. That's for Illuminati #1, and then it's the roster's been changing, but they have some pretty creme de la
that's
creme.
almost like totalitarian
Yeah,
almost.
I know.
That's kind of
The
scary.
smartest, powerful.
Hmm. Okay, so let's move on to let's go back
James,
to moving on to video games. Um, yeah, this is like my fourth playthrough of Kingdom Hearts 1.5.
the latest game, Deja Vu.
No, it's not the latest game.
Oh,
It's the first Kingdom Hearts game, which came out in 2003, 2002.
hmm
It was a long time ago.
didn't you have the Kingdom Hearts on your PSP? I think I was playing it.
Yeah, that was Birth by Sleep. That was the only one that was on the PSP.
Mm.
But they remastered it for PS4. Well, originally they remastered it for PS3, then they remastered it for PS4,
Mm-hmm.
which I have both of. I actually have all three copies that I was
Of
ever on.
course.
My goodness. By the way, if this ever gets popular, I want us to do. I want to watch you do a playthrough of Kingdom Hearts because I think that'd be really funny.
How soon?
I mean, if it gets popular.
Kingdom Hearts?
No, if we get popular.
Hmm.
So in like 10 to 12 years, maybe we'll do that.
Okay. 10 to 12 years.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
But yeah, the game's really cool. Do you know anything about Kingdom Hearts? I'm not even going to go there because it is just a really long lore I don't want to talk about.
I'm more for. I think I'd be more interested in the other one, the Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy 15.
Persona was.
Okay, let me break up your anime games for you. You got Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5,
Mm-hmm,
and you got Final Fantasy 15.
mm-hmm.
This came out. Final Fantasy 15. Ugh. Final Fantasy 15 came out November, I believe, of last year.
Uh-huh.
But I just recently got it because I always wanted it because it looked really cool.
Yeah.
I got it as a gift, and it is just as cool as what I thought it was going to be. And then I got Persona 5.
Yes.
So which one were you interested in?
Final Fantasy, I think I'd be more interested in. Persona 5 doesn't look that interesting, no offense.
No, you gotta be really into anime to enjoy it, though.
Was it
That's
based off a
that's
series?
no. It's just actually it was originally a series, but
Like
this one is disconnected from the rest of it.
no, like an actual anime?
Yeah, I think one of the Persona movies is on Netflix. Persona 3.
Okay.
But anyway, Persona 5 is detached from the rest of the series. I don't remember if Persona 4 was a part of it at all,
Mm-hmm.
but Persona 5 is a completely new story arc. You just kind of have to be into the anime aesthetic to really enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
It's turn-based combat, which I was kind of disappointed about when I first started playing it, but now I'm really getting into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just it's JRPG. I've been playing a lot of JRPGs lately, which stand for Japanese role-playing games.
Yeah, I was about to ask, what does it stand for?
I realized you probably didn't know what that was.
I'm not really a fan of how games like that work. So
What do you mean? Like building up your character and
no, I love RPGs. I love
Mhm.
upgrading. My brother doesn't so much, but I don't like the kind of restricted world it offers.
Oh, like Persona 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, Persona 5 is definitely a very restricted world. The only reason why you play Persona 5 is for the story, really.
Mm-hmm.
You do not play Persona 5 for the gameplay. Well, I guess you can, but it's just not as intriguing as the story. Like Final Fantasy 15, I'd say the story and the gameplay mechanics are about even in enticing
Yeah.
manners, I guess. It's about even, if not the gameplay is probably more intriguing.
Yeah.
And then Kingdom Hearts is like directly even, I think. If not, the story is actually more weighted. So yeah, there's my reviews. I'm enjoying all of them.
Um. Okay.
Want to break into Call of Duty World War II?
You want to break into Call of Duty World War Three?
World War III?
Is it was it World War Three? What was
It
it? Sorry.
was World War II.
World War Two?
Yeah, because this is. Did I not ask you to do research on this earlier?
Sorry, I forgot.
You're just like, what is it called?
What the heck? They're copying Battlefield.
Exactly, I was about to say that. This was kind of a response to how people wanted boots on the ground gameplay again,
Mm-hmm.
and then Battlefield heard this, and they're just like, oh, so here's World War One for you. And then Call of Duty heard it, and they're like, oh, here's Infinite Warfare for you,
Mm.
which is like, don't you like fly in a spaceship in Infinite Warfare? I haven't played it because
Yeah,
I'm not that kind of.
yeah, you do. You in the trailer, you fly. You go. You're being attacked, and then you go from, you know, plane altitude, and then this thing goes into space like 2 minutes flat.
Oh my gosh, it's becoming Star Fox.
Yeah.
It's gonna turn into like Star Fox 64. It's gonna zoom out and it has those polygons.
I hope it goes back to more fundamental, Call of Duty experience instead of this.
Actual even combat like World War like Battlefield. Oh, I guess you couldn't
Battlefield
call it
is
Battlefield. I don't know if you would call it even combat in Battlefield.
it's very I told you about this. It's very cinematic. I like
Yeah,
things happening. It's worth it for the load times, which you don't really
I
like.
think so too. My brother was really complaining about the load times whenever we play, and
Hmm.
I'm just like, I'm totally fine with this amount of load,
It's
like
worth
this
it
length,
when you're
because
in it.
it's so worth it when you play.
Yeah. Um,
I mean, we could both agree on this. We both suck at the game.
Terrible.
We're both awful,
Garbage.
but we still have like
It's funny.
so much fun just dying
Yeah.
because it's so cool to watch.
Yeah.
And like we'll be running by each other, like, okay, let's make it to this trench. And all of a sudden, a bomb or mortar just goes off where you are, and you're gone.
Yeah.
And I was like, where did you go? Where did you go?
Yeah. But the game was fun, and I like it for that. But Call of Duty is frustrating for me.
It's always like it's just a Twitch shooter.
Hmm.
It's whoever sees you, or whoever you see for whoever looks at the person 1st
Hmm.
and then you just pull the trigger, and all of a sudden they're dead.
Yeah, Call of Duty. I mean, Battlefield is more expansive. You can maybe you get like an eye of the sniper. Hiding by a tree, can get shot off of him, and then he'll see you, and then it's very fluid in a way. Call of Duty is
Well,
very.
oh, okay, yeah. I was trying to. I kind of tuned out when you started talking. Sorry, I was
Oh,
looking at
okay,
something
because
else.
I didn't know
I didn't know if
what
you
I
were talking
was.
about Battlefield or Call of
I don't
Duty.
know what if I was saying was kind of smart or dumb, but I gave a
It's
terrible
okay.
example, by the way.
It's fluid. It's the gameplay's fluid, is what you're talking about
Yeah.
for
Um,
Battlefield.
Call of Duty. Ooh, I don't even have fun. It's just people
I,
jumping
yeah,
and
I,
fast
the
guns
last
and.
Call of Duty game I played was Infinite, or the last Call of Duty game I played was Advanced Warfare.
Hmm.
In that game, I mainly played story. I'm one of those very few people that
Yeah,
plays
I
Call of
play
Duty
I
for
play
the
story,
story.
not the Infinite Warfare, but.
Advanced Warfare story was terrible. The ending was total garbage along with the rest of it. I saw an article about Advanced Warfare. They're like, maybe they should bring back a star-studded cast because Kevin Spacey as the villain was awesome. I was wondering, were we playing the same game?
Advanced Warfare?
Yeah.
Yeah,
because Kevin Spacey as the villain was just not interesting at all.
Oh.
Sorry, do you disagree?
No.
Okay.
It's like bland oatmeal.
It is. It's like Fantastic Four bland.
Mm-hmm.
Bring it full circle.
No, like Fantastic Four at the end was kind of like...
Whoa, we moved on to gameplay, okay?
I know, but it was more
you can't
like
bring up that again.
bad tasting oatmeal, not bland. Like they did something, but it wasn't very good. But Call of Duty, I do not enjoy it. I mean, sure they're fun. I enjoy original COD, Black Ops first one, second one.
It was almost like they didn't know people, or they knew that people weren't going to buy Infinite Warfare unless there was boots on the ground. So what they did was they included what game did they include? They remastered something.
COD Modern Warfare 4.
That's what it is. They remastered that for Xbox One, right?
Mm-hmm.
And PS4.
Mm-hmm.
Was there multiplayer in that? I heard some sources say there was. I heard some other sources say no.
I would hope so. I mean, if you're trying to stab your fans by making them pay for one game just to get another, and then not include multiplayer, that's a big middle finger.
What's the point of buying it? Yeah.
Screw you. Let me have your money. But I hope this is more down to earth. Not so many
boots on the ground.
Yeah, if I want to use that term.
That's kind of the term everyone's using for this boots on the ground gameplay.
Mm-hmm. Do you like zombies?
I played a lot of Infinite Warfare. Or sorry, I keep saying that. I played a lot of Advanced Warfare zombies, and I more or less enjoyed it. I played it at Michael's house, our good friend of ours' house.
Yeah, Michael. He already said the name.
Yeah, Michael. You brought your PS4 over, and we played Infinite Warfare zombies. I mean, we mainly avoided all of the extra things that wasn't in like Call of Duty World at War.
It's very
zombies.
Mm-hmm.
We avoided like all the coins and the
it's very
Zoltar machines. I guess we had to use those, but it was just a lot of garbage that was on the screen.
Yeah.
And without it, we had plenty of fun.
Yeah. I mean, I can tell you, me, Michael, name drop. 2 other people.
Name drop them.
Daniel and Roman.
There you go.
More or less Daniel, less Roman, sometimes. But zombies, we'd have hours of fun, especially on Black Ops 2. It's more like it's more easier, so it's get everything good and then plant yourself right here and just shoot them. Back.
That doesn't sound fun though. That just sounds like camping.
I know that's it's partly friends, but things go wrong, but we usually save ourselves. But
hold on, let's break something down here.
So you play
sorry.
Black Ops 2 is more back to the wall, shooting in front of you. Once we get better, Black Ops 1 is legitimate running around, hoping we don't die, so we have to restart the first round over and over because they don't let you skip rounds. Black Ops 2, you can. Like, we'd make jokes like deja vu, we've been here before, over and over, but it's more fun because things go wrong so much more quickly.
Yeah, chaos in games is really fun.
Yeah. And Black Ops 1 is more enjoyable for the fact that we get screwed so quickly. 2 is fun, transit and all that, but the zombies there were less. You had to know things, but not too many things. Like the new one, these gumballs and all this other thing.
Gumballs, coins, Astro Blasters, whatever. I did like, however, I even have a belt of it. The Zombies in Space, the whole 80s synth pop feel. Mm-hmm. I was really into that, but I just wasn't. What?
From Infinite Warfare?
What?
From Infinite Warfare.
Yeah, Infinite Warfare, yeah. I have my belt I wear every day has, what was it, Zombies in Spaceland? I think it was called. Yeah, well, And I haven't played it. I've only played it once, but I just like 80s synthwave. That's why our logo is more
Did
or
it
less
help
that.
the
Which is what
zombies
help
experience?
with what? What did it help with?
The zombies experience.
The 80s?
Yeah, the Infinite
I
Warfare
mean,
zombies.
no, I guess.
Yeah, I was joking.
I just liked looking at it. That's pretty much it. It didn't help at all. I mean, it didn't take away. It just kind of was there.
Hmm. Okay, so back to World 2. So now I guess Battlefield 2 can't do a World War 2.
It's true. Yeah, they can't do Battlefield. Well, I guess there's already Battlefield 2,
Hmm.
but they could do Battlefield. Yeah, what's the next Battlefield game? Is that announced?
The Cold War. No,
That doesn't sound interesting at all.
Battlefield.
I
American
always had an idea.
Independence.
This is
Yeah.
this is kind of what is it?
Battlefield. American Independence when we
Right.
American
Dude,
Revolution.
another good friend of ours were just talking about that, like Battlefield Revolutionary War.
Mm.
And
But
you can like each time you fire a musket, it takes 15 seconds to reload.
plus you can't have tanks or planes. That kind of
No, yeah.
sucks.
You can have horses though again. Or we were talking about Civil War too.
Hmm.
Or
You know how the horses have those foot things you put your foot through and to climb on?
yeah,
That could be hooked up to a gun so your horses have two
that's
shots on
really
the
dumb.
side.
That's really dumb.
So like you pick up the top and pull it back and bam, that's a shot. That'd be terrible aim, but fun. But yeah, I think World War One is the farthest you can go back without
It's
having.
true. Yeah, you can go back to the War of 1812.
We did not have tanks then.
We didn't. See, yeah, I always wonder how these games are gonna do once, you know, you run out of wars to come. I guess that's what Call of Duty did. They kind of did like every war.
You know what would have been cool
What?
if Battlefield did if a team's severely losing, they have an option. If only they were American to drop a nuke. Not completely
Wait, in what game?
in Battlefield. World War. Oh
One?
yeah, that's one.
Yeah,
Ugh.
it's before. Yeah, it's
Whoopsies.
before we ever created the nuke.
No, you know what Call of Duty should do? They should add nukes.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, but not to completely obliterate the team. Take a
Well, it
huge
would if it
chunk.
was realistic. It would obliterate
Yeah, I
everybody.
know, but take a huge
You
chunk
saw
of.
what happened.
I know, but take a huge chunk of the map. Because um, Battlefield is where they're gonna come from. Kind of, A
Do you?
B on teammates. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you mean.
So it's more controlled. Call of Duty is more run anywhere. But
See, yeah, that's kind of the difference between Battlefield and Call of Duty.
if
The Battlefield chaos is really fun to watch and be a part of.
mhm.
However, the Call of Duty chaos is just enraging and makes you want to punch your screen
Mhm.
and quit the game. Like that's what I have with Advanced Warfare. I tried playing one multiplayer match, like an actual team deathmatch,
Mhm.
and just each time I'd spawn, I'd die. Like 5 seconds later, I'd die,
Yeah.
or like
So
2 minutes later.
if you were
And so
to,
it's just like why play?
this is a feature totally on the Battlefield aspect. So if you were to drop a nuke on the huge, the map's bigger, huger, and
It's future.
if we were to disable because you were unable to get to A and B if the enemy had or C and B or something. Plus restrict a lot of the passing. The only way they can walk through, so they'd only have 1 point contributing to their total score. Why am I? This is totally off topic. This doesn't even apply to World War, 1, 2. Call it. It's a different thing. But do you think are you gonna buy World War 2?
Well, we haven't seen any gameplay of it, have we? Nothing really.
No.
So then, no. As of right now, no.
My brother's probably gonna buy it. So
I mean, he got Infinite Warfare, so
it better be 4-player because
something that also enrages me about Battlefield One.
mm,
You know, we said a lot of great things about it, but something that really irritates me about it is the party system.
mhm.
We cannot figure that one out for our lives. We've done we can't do it. It's just
The Battlefield.
maybe we're just stupid. Yeah,
So we get
You know
it.
how many issues you and I have with Party, right? Remember the first time we played? It was just terrible.
Yeah, but we
just
got
couldn't
it
figure it
now.
out. I mean, I guess, but we kind of have to like sneak around the system to do it.
Not if everyone does it like that.
That's true.
But yeah, it could be more comprehensive.
I guess it could.
So
But are you gonna get World War II?
my brother's probably going to, so I'm probably gonna try it out. But if
See, that's a cool thing. You have other people in your family that play video games.
mhm.
I don't. It's only me. Actually, technically, I have my brother, but he's my brother-in-law, and I don't see him that often. He doesn't. He's a really picky gamer. So, like the last game he actually, well, I guess he bought Kingdom Hearts, but before then, the last game he actually bought was Overwatch.
Does he play that on the Mac?
No, he plays it on PS4.
Okay.
He plays only game he really plays on PC is StarCraft. He's a big StarCraft
I
player.
saw that
What do you mean?
when we went to your house.
Oh, is he playing StarCraft
Yeah.
down? No, I didn't know that. I played with him a little bit, but I'm not good at StarCraft, so.
So probably gonna play it. I hope it's better for the money, especially when people come over.
Yeah. Do you think they'll bring back split screen? Because
That's
that
what I
hasn't
was
been in
saying.
games
It
for a
better
really
be
long time.
4-player.
Whoa.
We're 56 minutes.
Yeah, I set a timer for to make sure we don't go over like an hour and 25 because that was a lot. We still got some time. We can still keep going.
Yeah, so I hope it has 4-player, even though I don't necessarily
4-player split screen?
the 4 screen.
Like the quadrants?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I mean, hey, if I have people over and they want to play COD.
That's true. That's not. I mean, do people really have that issue anymore?
What?
Of like, oh, I'm over. I mean, we kind of have that every once in a while, but that's not really. Like we come over and like, oh, we can't play COD or we can't play a video game because there's no split screen or multiplayer in it. It's only online.
Yeah, I guess. Even with Storm,
It's not really
2-player.
an issue anymore. Yeah.
Storm.
Either there's a game like Storm where it's built for 2 people to play at the same time, or you just play online. You just play through the network.
They have another game coming out.
Who develops Naruto Storm?
Bandai Namco.
Oh, of course they do.
They have 2, Legacy, and
Is it called Naruto Legacy? Or is it called Legacy?
It's the entire name of the last one, but Legacy at the end. I don't want to say all of it.
Okay.
And then some other thing. It might be for handheld or something. I don't know. I'm looking on IGN. They don't say it.
Has IGN reviewed our podcast yet, or do you see any reviews?
They should. I mean, we're gonna give us a week, and then IGN won't be IGN anymore. It'll be a division of.
It'll be called Media Encyclopedia.
Yeah, a small part to our empire.
It's just a small subsidiary. Yeah. We'll liquidate it soon.
And sell it, and then use that money for lunch.
Lunch money, guys.
How much do you think IGN would go for?
Oh, a lot of money. IGN's kind of the new G4, isn't it?
Maybe like 10 billion? 5?
Is IGN public?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, amazing way to end the podcast.
Yeah, but I think we can wrap up right now.
Anything else that happened this week?
Not a super exciting. I mean, there's a lot of political stuff that happened this week, but we're not going to touch that. Darn it. We could probably talk about this next week.
What?
A robot developed by someplace, I don't remember what they're called, but it just beat a top Chinese poker player.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Did we talk about the Spider-Man trailer last week?
We talked about it last podcast.
Yeah, okay.
Last episode we talked about
it.
Very, very vaguely though. It wasn't like a super, because we went on and on about the trailer for Ghost in the Shell.
Do you want to talk about anything you're currently doing, like
all right, so that wraps it up for this episode.
Okay.
No. What were you gonna say?
Like anything you're reading or playing?
How about we save that until next podcast?
No. Okay.
Let's talk about what we're reading next podcast. However, because I mean, this is called Media Encyclopedia.
Yeah.
After all.
Music, Kendrick Lamar, April 14th.
Yeah, we're really good friends, you and I, but we do not talk. We do not listen to the same music at
totally
all.
different.
Very different.
It's better.
Yeah, that's debatable.
Yeah, that's the point. We listen to different music. You think yours is better? You think mine is?
That's true. I mean, that's with every human being.
Unless somebody liked my music, then I think it's the best.
Well, if someone else liked my music, then
they think your genre's music is better because they enjoy it.
Okay, we're just going in circles talking about this. Next week, we're going to be talking about what we know for sure that's on the docket. We're going to be talking about what I am reading.
Darn,
I'm doing the outro right now. Are you kidding me?
I was going to say something. Oh, yeah, this should be off topic. This should be off the podcast. Well, you can end it now. End it.
Hold on.
You gotta do homework.
Next week we're gonna be next week we're gonna be talking about for sure the book that I am reading right now, which is called Technological Singularity. It's by an MIT professor. It's really interesting. We'll talk about that, and it kind of fits in with the whole how that Chinese software beat the poker player. So yeah, any closing remarks?
My driving test is Wednesday.
Wow, no one cares about that. So
yeah, I'm kind of angry because I woke up at like 2 hours too early.
Okay, this is stuff we can't talk about.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah.
You end it.
And cut.